Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. Today we're doing another Red Zone no item sweep. We are going to do all of the Dragon Ball Hero Red Zone with Carnival LR Tech Super Saiyan Goku from the first Cooler movie. Now, LR Carnival Goku, of course, is a very, very good character. So having two of him can certainly be a good thing, but that is also one of the weaknesses of this team. Number one, this team just does not really have the best selection of characters. It's a pretty niche category, right? Like, we don't have the best roster of characters to pick from. So it's like we're using a lot of characters like Tech Ultimate Gohan, Easy Namek Goku, right? AGL UI Goku, of course, could be very good on this team, right? Like, those types of characters that just sort of mitigate the amount of damage you're going to take, but maybe don't really do so much damage themselves, depending upon what the situation is, right? But what can be the biggest issue with this team, for sure, is Carnival Goku, of course, guards when HP's above, what is it? Is it 59%, 58%? One of those. He guards above that threshold. When you fall below that threshold, he no longer guards, but you can revive. If you die, you'll revive, right? Now, when you're running one Carnival Goku on the team, that is very strong. And it is like hugely powerful for the team. It works well, all that stuff, right? Like, it's great, for sure. But when you have double Carnival Goku, the issue here is that we can revive with one Carnival Goku, and then if we have another Carnival Goku on the next rotation, we revive with HP under the guard threshold. So the Carnival Goku in the next rotation will not be guarding. That is a huge weakness for this team, considering it does not have the strongest roster anyway. It's not like we have like a pure Saiyan roster or something like that to mitigate that, right? Like, Carnival Goku carries this team quite a bit. So it's like him not really, being able to potentially do that can be a bit of an issue. Now, Carnival Goku, of course, has incredible active skill as well, right? Which could do, some decent damage, and then also has an attack break action on it, which is really good. Here, Easy Namek Goku, we're able to use his active skill, which can be really good for sort of like red zone fights, right? We could, transform, we orb change, we get a free turn of damage, and then potentially we could also, like, reset, where, like, Cooler might attack or something like that to potentially get, like, a better, more suitable situation for us. Now, remember, Easy Namek Goku, if we're going up against an enemy that only has, is not physical, then Easy Namek Goku has got, 30% chance to guard. So, yeah, he has a 30% chance to guard. Is it, or is it high? I actually got a double. He doesn't guard regardless, but Easy Namek Goku, of course, is just such a stronger character. If you're going up against a physical type boss, like, you usually are going to be in a much better spot. But we're able to make it through, right? Through active skills and revives and all these different abilities, we're able to get the win against Golden Cooler. Golden Cooler can be a tough fight, but he just does damage, right? Like, Golden Cooler is a weaker Red Zone Janemba, is essentially what he is. Not really special gimmicks, just damage. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the fight against Fu. Now Fu, certainly can be tough, I think, occasionally. But remember, the big thing with our boy Fu that we have to sort of, keep in mind or worry about is just once we get to his second phase and his ability to potentially seal the entire rotation. That can be sort of annoying to have to deal with if he is going to get that off. I did decide to bring the 3-year anniversary physical Gogeta here because I felt like, wow, nice 200k right there. But once we make it past this first phase right here, then, they'll be up with type advantage, and then we potentially could get the heal deep in the fight as well, right? Like, I felt like things could potentially go our way, bringing that 3rd anniversary physical Gogeta. And you can see, man, like, this team, Powerful Comeback, we've got a lot of, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan, he could build up, Carnival Goku could build up, right? Ize Namek Goku could transform and begin building up, but, like, we could either take a lot of damage at the start or things could not go our way. But, I mean, the team is called Powerful Comeback, and you are able to do just that, right? And make big comebacks with this team, I found. Now, this physical Super Saiyan Bardock is a great character for, like, runs like this. The first hit that connects on him can certainly kill you, but if it's just a normal attack, he then becomes pretty good defensively, and then he's also supporting as well. Right, like just having a character like that, that's just like a general support unit, it really can just be so very good to have around, man. Support characters like that are just so huge. But here is the Fu fight, right? Again, we just sort of make our way through this fight the best we can. We have a lot of characters who are very good defensively. STR Namek Goku will start building up, Tech Ultimate Gohan will build up, but then again, Fu can seal us a lot too, right? Which means that he could prevent some of these characters from getting their stacks in, which, just can be very annoying. But I would say for the most part, the team does do pretty well against Fu, and we are able to clutch it out. Alright guys, now we're moving on to the Cumber fight, and the Cumber fight here, I mean, it's like this for a couple of 200% teams, right? Where it's like, even though Cumber is definitely the hardest of the 3 fights, there's no doubt about that, it also is longer, right? Like, I think about how much more difficult this fight would be if it was just Great Ape Cumber into Super Saiyan Cumber, like how much more annoying this fight would be, right? But because this one is kind of structured a little bit like Broly and Omega, where we kind of have like a warm-up phase here. I mean, more so, Broly, like his first phase is pretty weak, I guess, in comparison to a lot of Red Zone bosses. Omega could potentially like stun and seal you and do that nonsense, right? But this is sort of like a warm-up fight, which the reason that could be so big is because it gives you an opportunity to get set up, right? To sort of align your rotations the way you want to, get, you know, a little bit of stacks or build up for some characters that might need to build up, right? Whereas, like, you know, if you're going to fight, you know, Red Zone Metal Cooler or Red Zone Int Final Form Cooler, right, from the Wicked Bloodline Red Zone, it's like you have no time. You're immediately against a boss that is just, like, cutting you in half, right? Super tough. But in this fight, it's not really built like that. Like, look at this. We're on turn 3 against the first phase. That means we're in a really good position. This is the first fight that I used S-Tier Ultimate Gohan as well. Remember, he has a 50% chance to guard. Once it activates, he'll be guarding for a couple of turns. Really, as long as S-Tier Ultimate Gohan is guarding here, we should be good. Oof, although we have Ize Namek Goku on this rotation. Is that 1 AoE or 2? Looks like it's 2. How much damage does he take? Only 31k, okay. By Ize Namek Goku. Keep in mind that Great Ape Cumber gets a big attack buff when he supers. So it's like those normals could have hit this Namek Goku, Ize STR Namek Goku, way harder if Cumber had supered first, right? So, you know, a lot of RNG in how difficult like this Cumber fight might be. Keep in mind that Cumber in all 3 phases does stun as well, which we're going to see right there, which can be annoying if he stuns slot 1 and then prevents you from, you know, getting a stack in. But there we go. There is the Dragon Ball Hero Red Zone, no items, with Carnival LR Tech Super Saiyan Goku from the Cooler movie. His, you know, 200% team, powerful comeback. This is probably more so on the lower end of 200% teams. I do not consider this one of the top teams at all. You have characters that can work very effectively, but it's like we're using too many characters that aren't like the gods of 2022, right? No Kid Goku, no Gamma 1, no Gamma 2, no Vegeta and Trunks, right? Like, all those characters. No LR Gods, no LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Like, that whole wave of characters is not available for us on this team, right? Which can certainly make things tough. But let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.